wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason. Talks like a spaz. And he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Yeah, hello. Welcome to the KVJ show. Happy Wednesday. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's right. All ready to go. Locked in here today. Jay Bird is ready for World Record Wednesday. He's got his pizza onesie on here today.
Yeah, he is.
Question is, last week he lost a tooth. Does he lose an eye this week? Maybe a finger?
I'm pulling for testicle, but that's just me.
That could happen too. You never know.
Almost lost one of those on this show as well, as we all know. We know that old story.
We do know the story.
It's one of the few jobs where you need to wear a cup to work. It's like this, baseball, football, but, you know, radio, the way we do it here on the KVJ show, yeah.
Look, I played baseball up until I was 22 years old, and I rarely wore a cup.
Breastplate, face mask. You might need it all.
This job is one I do need a cup for.
Yes.
Not for baseball, but for this.
Right. Probably should. Yeah, be wearing some kind of protection here today. Good news is you can watch it all. It is right there, boom, on KVJ TV. It's right on YouTube. You go there, you look for the KVJ show, and you can jump in, put it up on your flat screen TVs. We also got the KVJ TV chat room going on. You can jump in there and get into the discussions that we're going to be having on today's show. First thing to talk about today in our discussions is the people that are signing up for Double Your Paycheck and then are missing out on doubling their paycheck. I really hate to see that.
I think people don't think they're going to win. I know I've signed up for stuff before, just kind of, goofing around and then forget about it because I thought there's no shot of me winning.
But unlike contests like this, when you don't win, you take away the opportunity of somebody else to win. So that's what's unfortunate about this. We had a winner yesterday with Ariana Moreno of West Palm Beach. We didn't get one at 9, and then we got another one at 5 p.m. with Brandy Harris of Coral Springs, and her friend Leslie, who referred her, gets $500 too. So that's really, to me, the unfortunate thing about this contest is when you sign up to play and then don't play, then you actually keep others from winning. So that's kind of what's going on here. So you can sign up today. We'll try it again tomorrow. I always tell people, if you signed up, set those alerts in your phone to remind you to listen at 9, 11 a.m., 1, 3, and 5 p.m. so that we can have we should be having 5 winners, like every single day that we do this. I think, we had 2 yesterday? That's all I saw was 2 or heard.
2 out of 5? Ooh.
Those aren't great odds. Those are not good odds, Bird. That's 40%.
Unless it's baseball, then you're doing great, Virginia. But this ain't baseball.
This ain't baseball. This is KVJ's Double Your Paycheck.
But we do need a cup.
Yeah.
We do need a cup.
You're right.
Oh, that's good. You brought it back to
It all kind of works together.
Full circle. You get it?
KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that dirt of the day.
I like this shade that Britney Spears is throwing at her sister, Jamie Lynn Spears. Now, it looks as though Jamie Lynn was on the payroll and got at least a multi-million-dollar condo from her relationship with her sister. And I think the dad just ended up taking care of everybody in the family with Britney's money, is how it looks to me.
Okay.
And you can go back to when, Britney was going through it and trying to figure out her mental health. And there was things that Jamie did, like go on stage and do her sister's music, that now Britney says she had a huge problem with, but no one would listen to her, and she just had to sit there and take it. And I guess Jamie is now putting out a book. And when she released the upcoming name of the memoir, all the Britney fans got pissed. They're like, what are you doing? The book was going to be called I Must Confess, which is a line from a Britney song. Hit Me Baby One More Time. Now, Jamie Lynn has changed the name of the upcoming book to Things I Should Have Said. And Britney is making fun of her on Instagram, saying, maybe you should call the book S-Bomb, I Don't Really Know, or I Really Care What People Think.
Oh, you just got speared.
Whoa.
Damn, fear the spear.
Yeah, it's kind of awesome. I love this feud, and I think Jamie Lynn is the bad guy. I think Britney is coming out smelling like roses and like she was abused and was the cash cow, and they were awful to her, and nobody should buy Jamie Lynn Spears' book. That's my opinion.
Okay.
In other news, Wendy Williams has had her talk show delayed again. This is like the third time that they have come out with a date saying, oh, she'll be back on this day. And then that day gets close and they say, oh, maybe she's not going to be back. It was supposed to be in September. Then they pushed it back to October. She was supposed to do like appearances, but apparently she's too sick to even be out in public. Oh, she's got that Graves disease, which definitely sounds horrible.
It does sound real. I mean, if you had to really name a disease.
My gosh.
Oh, I've got the coffin fever.
I got Graves disease.
Graves disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one you're going to take seriously.
Definitely. So, yeah, on top of the Graves, I guess she had the COVID and other health struggles and mental struggles. And
Is there, I don't think there's a more horrifying sounding name.
I agree.
Graves?
Well named.
And I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys, but it sucked last night on Dancing with the Stars. Two of my favorites went home.
Really?
Spoiler alert, if anybody hasn't seen it yet. I was so sad. Matt James from The Bachelor went home.
Oh, man.
And Bag. Brian Austin Green that went home.
Kevin, how are we going to even go on with this show?
Matt James was just at least a good dancer. Brian Austin Green was awful. He was
Really?
terrible.
Was he?
You would think he'd be all right because I thought he rapped. I thought he was into the music, the arts.
If you like see somebody dancing and they don't know how to bend their elbows or their legs, that's what he looked like. He was a little stiff.
Oh, wow.
But Matt James, I thought was great. I was so sad he went home.
You're critiquing Brian Austin Green.
Sorry, Bag.
Weren't you in a dancing contest? And just real quick, what place did you finish in?
Last,
Okay,
there was
okay.
people that didn't even dance that got a higher score.
That's amazing.
People that didn't dance got a higher score. That's hard to do. Wow.
That's actually impressive.
That is, yeah, it's amazingly impressive.
Yeah, Weagle backed out of the competition before the dance night, and I think he got a better score.
He did?
Yeah.
Weagle backed out?
Yeah, Weagle backed out.
I'll tell you who's got something to say about that. My ankle.
Your ankle would never back out of a dance competition.
Heck no.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today here, Jay Bird?
Well, I went in hard extra yesterday on the air about Hunt's Ketchup. I really let him have it.
Yeah.
And usually when I go in that hard on anything, somebody will always defend it. I went in on Scott Disick. Nobody likes Scott Disick, right? Well, I got emails about, oh my gosh, how dare you go in on that guy? People defended him. But the one thing, I tell you what, I got so many comments and messages in support about how terrible Hunt's Ketchup is. There wasn't one person to defend it. That's
Who's buying it?
That's my question. How is that still on the market? Where things that I know other people like, for example, my peanut butter and honey Uncrustables, people will message me how much they love that. They're off the shelves. You can't get them. Or if you can, it's very rare.
You have to know a guy.
Hunt's Ketchup, you trip on those bottles in the aisle. There's so much Hunt's in there. Who's buying it?
I don't know. I bought some for the bit, so I'm part of the problem.
There's a few people. We got one text yesterday from a wife who said, I have to buy it for my husband. He loves it, but he also loves Miracle Whip. So, yeah, he's just wired wrong, I guess.
Miracle Whip's another one. Not a lot of people defend Miracle Whip either. That is disgusting. It's almost as bad as Hunt's. It goes Hunt's first, then Miracle Whip. It blew my mind. I didn't see one comment of anybody defending Hunt's. I won't see one in the chat room either. And if it is, they're lying.
Okay. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, Rocco is so pumped because tonight I'm taking him out. You know, he loves Legos. And so there's going to be a whole entire Lego display at the Stadium Grill in Abacoa. One of our listeners, his name is Matt, he builds these giant, huge cities made of Lego. And he had it set up, if you saw it at the South Florida Fair a couple months ago, he had the whole village set up there in one of the expo halls. He's bringing the village tonight to Stadium Grill, and it's so impressive for little kids that love Legos because it really is like a whole functioning, cool city.
Do you think he could do the same thing with pretzels? Make a city out of pretzels? Because he's got at least the
I don't think so. His thing is Legos.
But he knows how to build the houses. See what I'm saying? He's got that skill set.
I mean, I'm sure he could, but I mean, I just think pretzels would probably be a futile effort because bugs. And...
Well, I'm asking. There's a way you can build things with pretzels too to keep it.
All right, but anyway, so today at Stadium Grill in Abacoa, he's going to be out there, and he started a 501c3 as well, and he brings it to like children's hospitals and all kinds of places. So it's a wonderful thing to bring the kids out and see and support him because he doesn't like take any money. He just puts all the money back into building more Legos. And it's kind of sweet what he does. He's battling cancer. Like the man is going through it.
I wonder how long it takes him to do something like that.
Oh, it probably takes him like days to set up his whole city. It's big.
Those things are fun. I love all that kind of stuff. It's really just a life-size diorama.
It totally is. Yeah, so we'll see you out at Abacoa tonight.
Okay. Somebody had sent me an email the other day wanting to know about the fasting and things that I had done. I made changes during the pandemic when I realized that fat cells are not friends with COVID. I decided, well, I'm going to try to lose as many fat cells as I can. I need to trim down a little bit anyway. So I kind of set on a little bit of a journey trying different stuff out and wound up losing about 30 to 35 pounds. A big part of it was calorie restriction. I do a little bit of the keto, but I also did a bit of the intermittent fasting in there. So it's kind of a combination of all those things. Also using the squeeze juice that I talk so much about. So it's kind of really 4 things that I kind of tied in together.
5 things, because don't forget, you are a beast when it comes to setting your mind to something. You have the most willpower I've ever seen in a human.
Kevin, you're awesome.
Okay, wow, that's great.
No, it's impressive.
I'll take that.
I wish I had a quarter of your willpower.
And you're awesome at radio.
Wow.
You have great hair.
Keep it going. Keep it
beard
going.
on point.
Okay, all right, all right.
You're okay at radio. We bring you down.
That's all right.
We bring you down.
It's all good. So I saw this today about intermittent fasting, and they're studying it a little bit more. And the email that I got the other day, they were just asking what I did. And look, I haven't done anything that's necessarily scientific. I found things that kind of worked for me. I took a little bit of a concept from here and borrowed something from there and kind of came up with my own thing. But there are really 3 different ways of doing intermittent fasting. And they found out with new studies that it can lead to significant weight loss as well as improved metabolic health. I do notice I have better energy, I feel good, and I think it's a combination of the intermittent fasting and calorie restriction, especially if you're getting older, like we all are, at a certain age, especially when you probably cross over the 40 mark. You don't need as many calories as you used to. And we've been trained, I was trained through my youth. I grew up in an area where people eat large portions.
And you're told to finish everything on your plate.
Absolutely, and I was one of those kids. And so I would sit down and eat monster plates of food, which actually is probably about all the food I needed for one day and one meal, but I was having 3 of those. So
It's true.
You gotta get that dessert in you.
yeah, exactly. And then we do that, and then you do something else. And then we never think of all these high-calorie beverages that we drink from Starbucks are a big part of the problem as well.
That seriously, at any time I go on a little health run and I quit this soda, that alone knocks off 10 pounds every single time. Because you're right. You're drinking, it's a meal in a cup.
You don't think about liquids putting weight on you, but liquids are one of those really silent killers. And I know mine was craft beer, and I was drinking a lot of it.
I love it. Good thick old IPA.
Yeah, I was on a run where the beer I was drinking was $4.50 a beer.
Yes.
450 calories.
It's insane. It's
That's more than a
That's
cheeseburger.
a cake.
It is. It's a large portion of cake you're having with each beer, and you're like, I think I'll have 5. Well, you just sat down and who sits down and eat an entire birthday cake by themselves?
Well,
you shouldn't.
He has done that.
Well, to me, the 5 IPAs like that
Yeah.
compared to even a 5 White Claws, to me, it's all the same. It's just 5 drinks.
Yes.
I don't realize it's 9 million calories more.
A White Claw and a delicious craft beer are not created the same.
At all.
No.
Yeah.
A White Claw can be like 90 calories.
Yeah.
They are. They're pretty low.
Yeah. So the thing about the intermittent fasting, there are many different ways to do it. Typically what I do, it's nothing too scientific, but I try to give my body 14 hours, at least at some point in the day, to digest food. Sometimes because, look, I have a crazy schedule. I got a family that theirs is different than mine. Weekends turn everything upside down. So it may flip from morning to night to morning, whatever. But in some point there, I try to do a good 14 hours between meals to give my body a chance to do the digesting. But they've got anything from alternate day fasting. Maybe you fast one day. I think that's what Jimmy Kimmel had done.
Yes.
Where one whole day he wouldn't eat and then he would eat the next day.
Right. And he would
Regular.
do that multiple times a week, going back and forth.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know people that like knew him and said he lost a human.
Yeah.
Basically, he lost like a whole person.
Yeah, so there are many different ways. If you just did a Google search on intermittent fasting, you could find something that works for you. Some people do an 18-6, where they eat all their calories in 6 hours and then take off for 18. So there's different stuff that you can do, but they found that all forms of fasting produced mild to moderate weight loss, anywhere from 1 to 8% from your starting weight. So, that's really pretty good. So if you are looking for one thing, like I said, mine is a combination of about 4 to 5 different things that I wound up doing. So you can check all that out just by doing a Google search, but they're finding that it's very effective.
Baby, I think you look great.
Thank you.
Just don't read the comments.
Okay, they're bad.
Hate song.
Okay, yes, right. Yes, people are like, yes. Well, a lot of people are going, Kevin looks skeletal, so it's great for the season.
Yeah, I think you look great. I'm just saying, don't ever read the comments.
Oh my gosh, we should get you a skeleton costume.
That'd probably be a good thing for me this year. Absolutely. One thing I also wanted to drop on you as well is Ideal Nutrition. One of the things I do their keto menu, and I do 2 of their meals every single day. They're doing their grand opening of their Boca store this Saturday. If you get there by noon, first 50 visitors receive a free swag bag. I'll be out there. It's on East Palmetto Park.
That's the one you keep telling me about. You order it, it comes to your door. Is that what Denny's is doing too?
I don't know. Yeah, is he? Okay. Yeah, it's super easy. I do that. They have a store in West Palm Gardens, and now they're opening in Boca, and I think they're going to get stuff. They deliver into Miami and all those areas as well. But yeah, to me, I'm like, I don't know. I went into one of their stores and it was full. But to me, I'm like, if you can just get it delivered at your front door.
Well, it would be nice because there's times where I get home and even just ordering stuff is a big time process for me. I gotta decide what restaurant I'm doing.
Takes a lot of time.
If there's something already there and I can just grab it, eat, and I like it, it's got to be good.
That's what you do.
Yeah, Denny's been trying to talk me into it.
Okay, yeah, it's good. They got a keto menu and they've got all kinds of different food. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that on Saturday. So if you come out there at noon, I'll be handing out the first 50 swag bags to people that are there to check out the Ideal Nutrition. If you want to find them online, it's idealnutritionnow.com. Well, we always talk about the chaos that happens in a lot of these carpool lines at schools, and we've had a mom leave us a message on the free 97.9 WRMF app. Basically, these are her carpool commandments. These are things that she's observed and noticed, and she thinks that all parents probably need to observe and do to make sure that there is order and peace in the carpool lines. Tell me if you agree with some of the ones that she left here in her message.
There's this list of rules that every parent should know and just follow. So rule number 1, I have do not, and I repeat, do not get out of your car. Ever. Rule number 2, put down the cell phone. The reason everyone is honking is because the car in front of you just moved like a split second ago and you're still just standing there looking at your cell phone, not paying attention. So just put it down.
Okay, yeah, both of those I can see. The phones are really bad, and I almost see every single parent on their phone, including me, while in the carpool line, but it is very distracting, and you do need to have a sense of observance. And I will tell you, at my kids' school, at least I know, they could even post a sign here saying, from this point forward, put your phone down and pay attention.
Yeah, I mean, when you're waiting in the car line and the kids haven't been dismissed, you can totally be on your phone then. I know I am.
Sure.
But then as soon as the dismissal happens and the car line starts moving, you should put your phone away because now there's kids coming in and out of that line of traffic, and God forbid you don't want to hit a kid Good
Right.
Lord, just
No,
put
you're
your
right.
phone down.
Yeah. And the first one she said too, getting out of the car, that adds a lot of time, a lot of chaos. You're another body now we've got to dodge. And you can do everything you need to do before the kid gets out of the car, or do it at home before you put them in the car.
So why are people getting out of the car anyway? They're getting out.
Drop off, not pick up.
But they're getting out to do what?
They'll help their kid out. They want to give their kid a hug. They want to
Gotcha.
give their kid a kiss before they send their kid off. Like I'm saying, hugs and kisses need to happen before you put the kid in the car before you go to school.
Are you so against the getting out of the car? hug?
Absolutely. If you're getting out of the car to hug, you're holding up the line, and
Yeah.
you're so not self-aware.
But they're like, well, but I love my kid. I want them to know that.
I think that's the problem. 25% of people just on the planet Earth are just not self-aware.
Not doing it right, yeah.
And that's gonna slow things down.
Yeah.
You got to think about people around you and not just yourself the whole time. I
Okay.
know, it's hard.
Yeah. Some more carpool commandments here.
Rule number 3, do not double park. I am telling you right now, pulling up next to me thinking I'm going to let your kid kind of slide safely in front of me is a bold move in the drop-off line. Like, it's very, very bold at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. All right. So I think that's because there's a line. You're kind of supposed to pull up to the curb, but some parents, that's it. They try to, it's really supposed to be one car lane with cars going through and going out, and a lot of times cars will try to go around or try to even create a third lane where there really is not one.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And then it becomes a little bit chaotic. And I get it. You're like, okay, my kid doesn't have to be right at the curb, but it does cause a little bit of chaos.
Rule number 4, don't cut the line, guys. Rule number 5, leave the damn PD at home. Okay, we know you love them, but if they aren't ready to get out of the car, just go park and walk their little up to the door. Don't hold up my morning. So rule 6. Okay, I really don't care what kind of car you drive. The rules of the drop-off and pickup line apply to everyone.
I have noticed that some of the fancier cars, I think they believe that when you bought that car, it comes with a certain level of privilege that you can carry into a carpool line.
Oh, this is a car-cutting Bentley.
They fit in a valet section at the
Yeah,
school.
you're allowed to cut every line when you have a Bentley. You didn't know that?
Yeah, out of nowhere, there's a Rolls Royce at my kid's school. I don't know who owns this, but there's a little bit of like,
Really?
I don't know who owns it, but I can tell you right now, he's better than you.
I have a Rolls. There is a privilege line for me, right? I just go in by myself.
I don't know who's
Is
in
that
this
right?
Rolls Royce, but for some reason, I picture this guy with a big old cowboy hat smoking a cigar, just thinking he's better than everybody.
Smoking a cigar
it's an
to pick up the kids?
It's an attractive blonde mom.
Oh, really?
Which, do you do that? Do you watch people and you want to know the story about how they got that car and what's going on?
Totally.
I totally want to know that story.
How is the farthest thing from the truth?
Furthest thing. Yeah, not even close.
So don't think you can kind of squeeze in, think I won't ding your precious little sports car. No. Think again. Okay, that's what insurance is for. Rule number 7, dropping off, 1 foot is out the door. Get to moving. And when picking up, how is your day combo while moving, okay? Don't have to be stopped. Like, it is like door open, kid in the car, go, 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 go. Like, it is not. Let's break it down. How was your lunch?
Okay. All right. That's some interesting thoughts. I will tell you, because I have a kid that it is sometimes torturous how long it takes for him to get out of a car. I don't know if other kids are like this. He takes his shoes off right away when he gets in the car. He likes to, let his feet breathe. But then anytime we go anywhere, if we have to drop off to the store, you have to wait a solid 5 minutes for him to get his body out of the car. I don't know why teenagers move so slow, because they should be very nimble and quick. This one's not. So we have to a lot of times alert him when it's time to get out of the car. Be like, shoes need to go on. You got to get the backpack ready.
Yeah, you got to give that warning. 5 minutes out.
Yes, because I'm then taking all the hate for what my kid's doing in the back seat. It's not really my fault he's not prepared. I'm trying to tell him.
I'm not going out like that.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, kid. You're making me look bad. So there you go. A couple carpool commandments. Thank you for all the messages. If you ever see any kind of chaos in the carpool lines, get the WRMF app. You can send us voice messages. People send us video too, so we can see all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, if a fight breaks out, we want that video.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah. Carpool commandment here. In fact, this is a teacher said, look, if your kid's not rolling out of the car like they're storming the beaches of Normandy, you're doing it wrong. It's like a parachute drop for the kids. Go, 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 go.
Mommy, what are the beaches of Normandy?
All right. Well, there you go. So we're all trying to work through this. Somebody else said, yeah, I work in Boca daily, and I see the car lines, and it's known that if everybody in the car line thinks that they're entitled, it is going to be a really tough car line.
Totally. And I feel for you because I'm up in Hobe Sound where everybody's peaceful and sweet at car line.
Okay.
I can't imagine any place on earth that would be worse than Boca car line.
Really?
That's awful.
Yeah, it is. It is a challenging place to do it. I don't know what town. We talked about this basically on day one. What town and what school has the worst car lines?
It's got to be Boca.
It got a lot of nominations, but there were other places, surprisingly, that you wouldn't think have got some difficult car lines.
I'm sure there's some places in Broward that are going to be rough that we don't know of. We're not
We
down
had some
there.
on the Treasure Coast.
Yeah.
Really?
You never know. Yeah, I know. You think, oh, we're in the Treasure Coast. Everything's quiet and peaceful here in the Treasure Coast. Not always.
Well,
my
yeah,
friends.
Treasure Coast gets squirrely.
It can. Absolutely.
That Stewart area.
Not in
Yeah.
Hobe Sound. Well, it's so peaceful there. I love the car line.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
but-
there's never any drama.
But you live in such an old neighborhood. You really do.
There's no kids.
You just walk in there, you trip on an old person.
Somebody else texted in and said last week we got a call that a parent and a kid got hit by a car in the drop-off line while crossing because somebody was on their phone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to put that phone down as soon as that line starts moving.
Gosh, that'd be so awkward. You're the adult that just hit a kid in front of a school.
And you were on your phone. How quickly do you try to get that phone out of your hand?
Oh, you excuses galore.
You try to shove it under your seat. Or into one of your orifices.
Then you're caught lying on the school camera. I went on my phone.
Yeah, because all the schools have a cop and cameras, and you probably get arrested right there in front of everybody. Oh, it's dramatic. I need the video.
Yeah, there's kind of something else sometimes, too, that is a factor, depending upon some of these schools, the higher end ones in South Florida, is sometimes you have younger adults that are dropping the kids off because they're a nanny.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just, whoa, this is a lot, trying to deal with all this chaos.
Car line is not for nannies. I think you have to be a full-grown adult man or woman.
You probably should be, but there are a lot of parents that I can't be troubled with taking my child to school. That's the nanny's job. It's really kind of interesting because I was reading this thread online because the whole nanny world fascinates me. Never even knew of the concept of nannies before I got to South Florida. And then you get into certain places in South Florida, and if you don't have a nanny, it's like, what's wrong with you?
You mean you raise your own kids?
What is that like?
That sounds awful.
I would love to sit down for some vino with you and talk about what it's like to actually raise children. And so they had these nannies who've worked for extremely wealthy families sharing some of the wildest parts of their job.
Oh, I love these. There's some on TikTok.
Yeah.
There's a kid on there that's I work, or he used to work for Japanese billionaires.
Oh, wow.
And he spills the tea.
Oh,
It's
does he?
So good.
Yeah, because it is fascinating because this whole world, and you know what's so weird is how unrelatable. Rich people can't relate to regular people, and regular people can't relate to rich people.
But it's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
I hate when I'm around too many rich people and I'm kind of by myself and it just doesn't.
Yeah, what do you talk about? How do we
Exactly.
connect? What do we
Well,
have in common?
They hate it too. Just know
I
that.
can only bring up aliens so much. That conversation only goes so far, even with the rich.
Yeah, not typically a big conversation.
It actually ends pretty quick.
Yeah. Some of the comments that they had, one nanny wrote, the girls have numerous name brand clothing items like Burberry, Ralph Lauren, Vineyard Vines, Lilly Pulitzer. In fact, if you had to put together a snobby top 5 brands, that's probably about 4 of the 5.
That's a pretty good list.
Pretty good list, yeah. So the 3-year-old outgrew her wardrobe last year, and it was all replaced with the same expensive stuff. And the 6-year-old's backpack cost $85.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not unlike anything you would hear. Somebody said money was just thrown around. Another nanny said when a $500 rocking chair was the wrong shade of orange, they just threw it in the trash and went out and bought a new one.
Dang.
I'd
I'd be trying to return it. Where's the receipt?
Well, that's why if you go to consignment anywhere near a rich area, it's a lot of times the greatest stuff. And most times, I think they do just throw stuff away because they don't want to be bothered with taking it to consignment.
That's
Because,
crazy.
it's not worth their time to go out. Even if it is a $500 rocking chair that they can make $400 back on.
Rocking chairs are awesome. I bought 2 and then gave them to my sister, but I'm going to get 2 more because I love them that much. They're very, very cozy.
Well, go look in rich neighborhoods. You get $500 ones for free. They're just orange. Another nanny said on the confession board, having their kids be a success was everything. The kids never had any playtime. Every second was filled with extracurriculars like chess, Mandarin lessons, ballet, tennis, and golf. Always something going on with these kids. It is kind of interesting because sometimes rich kids, they don't get raised like everybody else.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
Most times, yeah. The mom wouldn't go anywhere without a nanny present for the kids, which I thought was kind of weird. A play date at the playground with another family consisted of me watching her kids while she would just sit there and chat with the other parent.
Huh.
Yeah. Nanny thought that was odd.
I think it's awesome. I can talk with the moms, and then there's somebody there to watch the kids. So when he takes a header off the slide, someone's there to catch him. That's incredible.
Another nanny on the confession board said, yes, this wealthy family was so uninvolved with their daughter's life. The husband has only been home one day since I started working for them 6 months ago, and the wife has gone from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's insane.
Somebody said I work for an extremely wealthy family, and when I was going to eat lunch with the kids, I was told, oh, wait, the help eats in the kitchen.
The help.
Mm-hmm. They're not allowed to eat in the regular dining areas.
That sucks.
And then another nanny confession said the dad in the family I nannied for had a secret daughter and other family for 5 years. So, wow. Yeah, crazy, interesting, scandalous stuff.
I can't believe how many people have secret families out there. It happens more than you would think. And they get away with it for a while.
It seems like such work.
It has to be work.
I can't handle one family.
Yeah, I think it's easier if you've got resources and you have the excuse of I'm into international business.
Yes, I have to go to Peru this weekend. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you're with Roxanne, your side piece.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I thought this was funny because I did post up on the KVJ Show Facebook page if you have any confessions as a nanny. And somebody said, as somebody who's had nannies for the first 8 years, let me tell you, there are stories on the other side, too.
Oh.
How about the nanny who crashed my car into a neighbor's car that was parked in their driveway and left the scene? Or the nanny who had a friend visit. They had a fight. The friend went to sleep in our den, and her mother called me in the middle of the night because she thought we had locked her in the den. She thought we had actually kidnapped her daughter. So let me just tell you, there's some stories about nannies as well. The fight is broken out on the KVJ Show Facebook page.
I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of fun. Yeah, so I kind of posted up some nanny confessions about what it's like, really working for rich families. And then there were some rich parents who are like going, okay, wait a minute.
No.
Hold on. I got a couple nanny stories. How about the nanny who was secretly hoarding children's clothes for one day in the future when she had kids? She had taken about $3,000 worth of our kids' clothes.
Dang.
Brand new, had the tags, everything creepy.
Dang.
Jamie then fired back as a nanny, and she said, oh, yeah, well, I used to go to one of our rich parents' house to do hair, and the husband refused to speak to any of the quote-unquote help, including myself, and he would talk about me like I wasn't in the room, like, when is she leaving?
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so a rich parent fires back. Oh, how about the nanny who was working for us on 9/11/2001? I was at the World Trade Center that day and trying to make my way home to my family, and the nanny decided it was a good time to go out for ice cream while the family was totally freaking out about where I was.
Oh, my.
Yeah, like I told you. Nannies versus rich parents. It's exploding now. It's a great read, by the way. Go check out the KVJ Show Facebook page, and while you're there, make sure you subscribe. Some celebrity birthdays we got for today includes the former president's daughter, Tiffany Trump. She's turning 28 years old today. Ashanti is 41 now. Borat, Sacha Baron Cohen, turns 50 today. And former Van Halen lead singer Sammy Hagar is 74.
Wow.
I know, right? 74 for Sammy.
He looks great.
The Red Rocker.
The Red Rocker looks great.
He might be the White Rocker now. I don't know. 74. Got a birthday shout out to my son Justin, my friend, my travel buddy. A very happy 21st birthday. That is from your mom, Carolyn. So can't wait for a trip to California on Friday to celebrate. Yes, there is a photo of them on KVJ TV. Also, happy 5th birthday to Evelyn. Love Mama, Daddy, Oliver, and the fur babies, Luna, Cookie, Frank, and Lacey. Happy sweet 16 to our daughter, Chapin. Oh, yeah, just like Harry Chapin. Okay. We're so proud of you and couldn't love you more. Love Mom, Dad, and your pups and ponies. And there she is doing some show jumping.
Wow, that's a cool picture.
That is a great photo there on KVJ TV. You can watch on YouTube. Go look for the KVJ show. Also, happy Sweet 16 to our beautiful daughter, Morgan May. Love Mom, Dad, Andrew, Jessica, and Levi. And a happy birthday from the rest of your Jackson crew, including the dogs, the guinea pig, the reptiles. We love you and hope you have the most amazing day ever. And, if you dare watch the next Squid Game episode without me, I can guarantee you won't be in your birthday suit for another 3 to 4 weeks. Love you bunches.
Oh, my gosh, that Squid Game. I'm only watching one episode a day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh, it gets in your head.
Got you rattled, huh?
Yeah.
I can tell.
And I got a throwback photo of my amazing family, definitely pre-COVID photo because now my hips don't lie.
Aw.
Taryn had sent that in. Taryn, you have a beautiful family. You can see there on KVJ TV.
Oh, my gosh, it's like a model family.
I know, right? Yeah. I was going to say, that's like one of those things, I would just take that and put that up. You buy the frame, be like, we'll just keep them in there.
Y'all need to be in a commercial.
It's
Yeah.
a framed picture.
Yeah.
That's nice. So thank you for sending the photos. Do appreciate it. Mail at kvjshow.com. mail@kvjshow.com. Give you the hook up there. Got a little World Record Wednesday going to be coming at you here today. Hopefully there's not going to be any lost appendages, teeth, or anything of the such like we had last Wednesday.
Yeah, I was going to ask y'all and the good people who listen to this program which one you want to do. There's two we could do today.
Okay.
The fastest time to assemble a Mr. Potato Head. It is 6.3 seconds.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts. I was looking at that. Man, there's a lot of parts to that potato head.
Yeah.
And I got a bum injury on my hand, so that's gonna,
Bum injury on your hand.
Yeah. Or we can do the most clothespins to the face in a minute. It is extremely painful.
Yeah, I remember we've done this before. It is amazingly painful.
We did this a long time ago, but this might be more of my strength zone. I don't know. So maybe Suits wants to do a poll.
Yeah, why don't we do a poll in the chat room? Is Jaber going to be assembling a Mr. Potato Head or putting clothespins on his face? What do you want to see for World Record Wednesday?
Man, the clothespins could knock out that temporary tooth.
I gotta be careful. I do gotta be careful.
I'm voting clothespins.
I gotta go eyebrows to chin is my first kind of if I'm gonna do this.
If we knock out the temporary tooth, will your new dentist just quit on you?
I'm taking the week off.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. It is World Record Wednesday. Last Wednesday got a little memorable as Jaber was trying to break the record for the most mousetraps snapped on the tongue in 60 seconds. And he snapped his tooth right out of his mouth. That really kind of shut things down.
And we think he ate it because we were not able to find it in the room. Do you know if you've passed it?
Haven't looked. So who knows? It's possible.
Okay.
Do we get some? We got that weak ass insurance, don't we? Dental insurance.
Oh yeah, we have the weakest.
I don't even think I'm registered on the they're already having trouble with.
Yeah.
With figuring out the information you gave me, it's not lining up for some reason. Yeah.
It's called You Pay Double.
Yeah, it's really.
Well, my dentist told me, he's like, the girls that do the insurance were like, this is the worst insurance.
Yeah.
Like, there's different levels of dental insurance, and ours is the worst.
Every time I go to the dentist, there's some kind of to-do because of the, Mr. Pennington, your dentist stuff, what? That's usually how it goes.
Okay, so you threw out two different world records that you could do today. You have the fastest time to assemble a Mr. Potato Head. And somebody had texted in and said, you should do the Mr. Potato Head in honor of the CEO of Hasbro who passed away yesterday due to cancer. Oh. He had just resigned 2 days earlier to spend more time with his family.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, that's all the time he got.
Depressing.
Yeah, so somebody said that would be a nice tribute to him.
2 days.
Yeah, so
Is that what the people want? They want a potato head tribute?
that's what that one person wants. The other one is the most clothespins clipped to the face in 60 seconds. And we put up a poll in the KVJ TV chat room. And right now, with a slim lead, it's clothespins to the face with 53% of the voting to 47% for Mr. Potato Head. So,
All right. So if you go by the people, they're voting clothespin.
Yeah, but after that heartwarming story about Potato Head dying.
He's dead. He's not going to care.
okay. Yeah, we have to talk about your injury as well coming up here. believe an apology is due. Jaybird has to apologize to you, Virginia.
What'd he do now?
You'll find out.
What did I do now? Get out of here.
Yeah.
He hurt his hand hurting me.
No.
Yeah, you'll find out in a second. Okay, it looks like we've got the clothespins to the face. Even despite the passing of the CEO of Hasbro, people are like, suck it.
Sorry, bruh.
Y'all are cold.
Yeah, people want clothespins to the face.
Well, I just think people want risk. They want drama. They want excitement. And the thing about clothespins to the face is it's all of those things and more. It's risky because you could knock out that big fake tooth. You could also, hurt yourself in other ways. There could be blood. You could lose an eye. That's dramatic.
A lot of possibilities, yeah.
Okay, what's KVJ respectable?
Well, the record is 52 clothespins to the face in 60 seconds. I would think that 25 is very impressive. That's almost halfway there.
Yeah, 25. I agree with that. 25 seems awesome.
Yeah. I think that's a good mark, so we'll make that the over-under. Virginia, do you think he's going to get over that or under that?
I think it's a push. He'll get 25.
25 exactly.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I'm going to go over because I think it's only 60 seconds. I think Jaybird is good at pain tolerance. He'll power his way through it. He's got the heart of a champion over there.
So what happens is there's certain points on your skin that releases a tear trigger and your eyes just start to cry. It's right around the cheek area for me.
Okay.
If you get these two spots, my eyes just start to water.
Just going to start squirting water right out of your eyes,
Yes.
huh? Okay. Suits, you think he's going to go over or under? Suits got under. Damn. Denny's, you going over or under? Denny thinks you're going to get 100.
We don't even have 100 clothespins.
Well, too bad. You're not going to live up to Denny's expectations then. He's saying you're going to the moon there.
I gotta be very careful with my tooth.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't snap that out of your face again.
Yeah,
Everybody at that dental office is watching with bated
They
are.
Yeah.
No, please.
A lot of suspense here.
Let's get that bitch ass insurance.
All of our work. It took us hours.
Okay, most clothespins to the face in 60 seconds. The world record is 52.
What?
Okay.
Yes, and you have an insult.
Did you
before?
open up one pack? Or-
Two.
Oh, you opened up two. Okay. So in front of you is 48.
Yeah,
Okay.
48.
All right. Just checking the math.
Okay. All right, so he's ready to do this. All right, Bird, how you feel?
Good.
Okay.
Unfortunately for you, the best place to put them is the lips. And that's so close to the tooth. I mean, this could be bad.
You got cheeks and all that, too.
Can we get this over with? I mean, why are we prolonging? Is this my Braveheart speech that you're giving me, Virginia?
Okay. All right, here we go. The record is 52 in 60 seconds. KVJ Respectable is 25. Jaybird putting clothespins to his face. Your time begins now. Okay, he is going for the lips. He's going to take that. He's got two clothespins on his lip. You can tell already a good bit of pain is going on there. He's got 3 on the lips already. He's 4. He's going to go for 5. He's got 5 on his face right now. He's at about 45 seconds left in time. He has got right now 7 clothespins to his face. He's at 8. He's going up for the cheek area right underneath the eyes where he
Don't
said
forget you have a top lip.
it'd make his face start watering there. Okay, so he is... Now he's got 5. Oh, wow, look at that. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. He's got 20 seconds left on the clock right now. Oh, and he's got pain. He kind of looks like, what is that? Is that Pinhead? Is that the guy that is from
Yes.
Hellraiser?
Yeah.
Totally.
That's what he looks like right now, except it's clothespins. All right, you're under the 10-second mark. We got you at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, you want to count them? Oh, never mind.
I had 17.
You got 17.
That's what I had him at before he started.
Okay.
running.
All right, okay. Oh, man, oh, man.
Watch that tooth.
Yeah, okay. There, he's being careful around the mouth area. 17, okay. Suits called it right, said under. Okay. 17 in 60 seconds. I'm wondering how the person that did 52 clothespins to the face in 60 seconds did. Did they have just really like saggy skin on the face?
I couldn't get into the groove. I was in
Yeah.
the groove, and then I was going on the side of my head. It kept on slipping.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
that's if you really want to feel how painful that is, give that a try.
It's massively painful.
Massively
Yeah, I know. We'd all tried
painful.
that before. I've done that.
It makes you nauseous.
Yeah. It is a good amount of pain.
17?
17 is what you did as the final mark.
It's my baseball number.
Okay. That's a lucky number for you. That's good. You know, here's maybe one we ought to try out. I saw a British man went and broke the Guinness World Record by visiting 51 pubs in 24 hours.
Okay, that sounds like KVJ.
That's something we could do, right?
Totally.
We could do that.
Yeah, that's the kind of world record we need. Jaybird needs to apologize to you, Virginia. Apparently you told him something, he ignored it, and you were right.
Well, I usually am. My husband says the same thing all the time. I should have listened.
No, Kevin's being a little bit more ballless than I would be with my apology right now. You said something, I didn't go through with it, and I'm acknowledging you might have been right.
What was I right about this time?
My finger. It was starting to heal. He told me to go to the doctor. He said, it's going to get infected. It started to heal, and then out of the blue, it started to get worse again, and I can't move it this morning. I couldn't move it last night either. I can move it, but
Let me see it.
It's tender. Now, it is starting to peel, which I read on the internet is a sign of healing.
Okay.
Peeling equals healing? That sounds like some made-up internet BS.
But I only
Healing is healing.
Peeling is healing.
But I only read so much because then there was some other stuff. Don't do medical stuff on the internet.
No, you know this.
I know that. I just wanted to see about
Let's get a good shot of that finger on Kvj TV. Let's see what it really looks like. Do you have any discolorization of it?
it is. If you see the tip, it's purple.
Purple. Okay. And what caused the initial laceration?
It was getting that fake blood out of my fingers. I couldn't get it out, so I took toenail clippers and I went or fingernail clippers. I went too deep.
He probably dug deep and put some toenail bacteria down there.
It
and
was- That's not what happened. It was there was brand new fingernail clippings I got at Publix. I went too far down there,
Yeah.
and it really, really just got infected.
So what are you doing now to treat it? Have you gone to the doctor?
You know, I was doing hydrogen peroxide or the alcohol, the medical stuff. You dip it in, and then I put the ointment on there, and then I would put a Band-Aid, and it was fine. But I would say the last day it made a turn for the worse. What does that mean, medical people? Not Virginia.
Okay. Does it seem to be spreading up your finger at all, or is it staying concentrated in one little area?
It wasn't, and now today it is a little bit. It's in my hand today.
So what do you mean it's in your hand? Do you
It's
discolorization
sore.
or
No, the soreness.
your hand feels sore?
Yeah.
That would
Okay.
be the infection moving into your bloodstream.
Okay. All right. So do you need to go see a doctor?
I'm gonna go
or-
check it out today. See what they say.
Okay.
They said that the internet said 7 days after your first. It's been 15.
After your first what?
Like the first week after the injury. Wait 7 days if it gets worse.
Okay. You're on 15. Day 15.
Like I said, baby, what might have happened is it was healing, and then I banged it doing something and not realize it, and then it kind of kicked it up, which I'm assuming is what happened because it was on the road to recovery.
And so you're saying that Virginia told you to go to the doctor, and you're apologizing because you didn't, because she was right. You should have gone.
She said to go to the doctor, and she wanted me to go to MD now, I believe, just to get it looked
did.
at.
Because what they can do is they can just wrap it, clean it, wrap it, and then put you on any kind of medicine that'll kill the infection from the inside, like a pill.
But I went to the pharmacist, and I know there's always the debate, the doctor or the pharmacist. I just went to the pharmacist. It was easy. I said, what do you think? They go, you don't need to go to the doctor yet. Wait 7 days and then go to the doctor. It kind of contradicted what Virginia said.
Wait until it's fully infected and you need intravenous medicine.
That was the pharmacist who said that to me.
Yeah, I love the pharmacist, but I know how you live. You live hard, you live rugged, and you just got to be really super careful because I feel like you're a man that's going to hurt something worse after it's already hurt.
But aren't you kind of like me too, Kev? It takes you a lot to get yourself into the doctor. I really got to be almost dying to get in there.
Yeah, I try to do a lot of prevention so I don't put myself in situations where I would have any kind of harm. And so
That's Kevin throwing shade.
no, it's not. I'm just saying that Jaybird lives life
hard.
But I've heard you
Gregariously.
talk about it before. You don't like going to the doctor. You'll put it off if you don't feel like you need to go.
Yeah, I try to do everything I can on my own first. MD Nows have made it very, easy, and so I'm a little bit more likely to go in just because of the convenience of it.
You don't need an appointment.
Yeah.
You just boom, boom, get it done.
Yeah. Somebody texted in and said, Jaybird, you have to go to the doctor. Virginia's exactly right. The infection is spreading, and that can be dangerous. Sepsis. You need antibiotics now. Now, my question was, should you ever roll into a pharmacy? And I didn't know pharmacists ever doled out medical advice.
They're not supposed to.
They do.
They do, but really when it comes to like infections and stuff like that, it's so much better just to have a doctor get you on a prescription antibiotic.
Here's what happened. I showed the pharmacist my finger. They told me what to get. I started to heal. Everything was going well, and then as of yesterday, it started to act up again. But I think I banged it.
Okay. And so that just aggravated it, you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? Virginia says I have sepsis and I'm dying.
Okay.
Well, you can stop this.
Yeah.
It's all, I think, reversible still at this point.
Somebody said, so I want to get this straight. Bird apologized to Virginia for not listening and not going to the doctor, but in his apology, he says he's not going to the doctor.
I stopped going to the doctor today.
Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. So he is going to go today and get
Yeah.
that all taken care of. So everybody was worried, and so he's going to lose a finger.
Whoever texted that, why do you listen?
Okay.
I said I'm going to the doctor today.
I'm not showing you any of these on purpose because I know they're just too gory, but I
here
had
we go.
several listeners that have my number because we gave it out on the radio send me pictures from friends of theirs that just had a little hangnail, let it go, and then it disfigured their whole hand, like they had to remove fingers and stuff.
Yeah, I should have known probably not to have sent Kevin this idea today because it's highly annoying.
Not as annoying as missing a finger.
Okay, interesting. Somebody said, I do always speak with the pharmacist. They are the same as a doctor. Sometimes they even say maybe you should see a doctor, but why not use them instead of a doctor if you can? I did not know that.
I have asked pharmacists quite a bit of stuff because I thought they had some knowledge. I felt like they
do.
Okay.
But they can't prescribe what you
I'm not,
need.
I'm not going to ask a pharmacist about a brain injury, but if it's a mosquito or a bite or a burn mark or something where it's one of those ones where you're in pain or you're sick, but you're not enough to want to go and sit at a medical facility. That's when I asked the pharmacist something.
Okay, all right. So there you go. All right, so Virginia, how do you like your apology?
It's a 6 out of 10.
I was going to give it to her, and then I just thought, like right before commercials,
Kind of killed your desire to apologize?
Yeah, just for some reason, it
just wasn't there, huh?
Yeah, I take it back.
Okay, all right. Okay, who on the show do you think would be most likely to have a video go viral on TikTok for the dumbest reason?
Jaybird, definitely.
You think so?
Well,
probably.
Only because of the jackass that is my personality. It tends to lend itself more for viral.
I think that tooth coming out needs to.
Yeah.
We need to put that into a little package.
That really should. That should be crushing it.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not doing as well as it should. But you know what? We move on. I have to work on another project that's not going to do that well. Our movie.
Okay.
So I'm used to it.
I've got other mediocre projects to make sure that I get 10 views on.
I gotta really stress myself out for nothing.
Okay, who do you think on the KVJ show is most likely to have a kid next? And it could be myself or Virginia already has one. It could be Denny's that maybe do. It could be Bert. It could be Suits. Who knows? He might go out one crazy weekend and knock somebody up.
My vote's for Denny's.
Okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I think so too.
But you gotta keep your eye on Suits. There's a lot of smoke around Suits these days. A lot of smoke. They say there might be a fire there.
Okay. Who on the KVJ show is most likely to not shower for a week?
Oh.
I think that might be Virginia.
Never.
I just want to see her reaction.
Oh, okay.
I have to shower to start my day. Otherwise, I feel like a bum.
I'm gonna go Kevin, and only
Yeah.
reason why is because you read a lot, and there's always these studies coming out about not showering. I know the Queen was in that movement for a while.
Yeah.
I can see the Queen getting you or making you do the same kind of thing.
You know, oddly enough, I was very against her when she was not showering for the longest time. And then all these filthy hippie celebrities started talking about it. And more for me, I started reading up on it a little bit more about all the different bacterias and all that kind of stuff that you have. And I have very dry skin. In fact, I have to use an eczema cream on my face every single day. Within 2 days, my face would be peeling off. And so for me, same thing, very dry scalp, everything. And so I started kind of backing off of the showering because person who does my hair was like, your skin's crazy dry. I was just having all kinds of issues. And I did that thing where they looked at my skin, stopped showering as much, and I got to have a little bit of time, let my natural oils catch up. So it definitely would be me. I'll, without a doubt, skip a day.
Yeah, my mom's old in age. She kind of developed that lizard people's disease.
It's terrible.
Where she would
Yeah,
get
it's
kind
terrible.
of more of the dried skin.
But you can stay up on your smell and all that stuff. And if I get, dirty, if I see physical dirt, then I'm going to wash that part off.
I think it's easier for dudes too, because if you wear makeup, you can't be doing that. You gotta every night wash your face, start fresh the next day, and it's just so much easier when you wash your face in the shower sometimes.
But you don't need makeup. You're pretty all natural.
Whatever.
Hey, you got that out without breaking.
But your nose is growing, Pinocchio.
Who on the KVJ show is most likely to give out the worst Halloween candy? That's going to be me probably. Because we got to the point where we just really don't. My mother-in-law gets it still, and then Cannon eats it. And that's what we do. We have no one show up.
We kind of have to unpack this for a second. I feel like if you personally were in charge of giving out candy,
Yes.
you're going to give out good candy because Fat Kevin lives inside your heart. Somewhere deep down
Yes,
there,
yes, true.
that kid is trying to break free.
He is.
Under
Yeah.
3 layers of subcutaneous fat.
But you would have to be in control of that. But I
Yeah.
see you, there's too many people in your house.
Right.
You're not going to even be a
If I
factor.
had my own house, Fat Kevin's house would live. We'd have nothing but the good stuff.
Virginia she got weak ass choices when it comes to her candy, but she is married to a snack king.
I go to Restaurant Depot to get my candy for Halloween, and I do full-size Reese's and Snickers.
Okay.
Yeah, and I
It's
want to,
Tequesta, baby. You got to keep up.
and that's great. But I think that's a lot of Panda's influence.
Okay.
If I want to break it down,
It's no Panda. It's all me.
I think Suits is sliding under the radar on this one.
yeah. For some reason, I feel like Suits is gonna give out mints. Don't
He's
you?
too young. I don't think he even noticed that he had to give out candy.
Yeah, he's googling Halloween and what to do. Trick or treat.
Okay, and then finally, who on the KVJ show is most likely to wear a controversial Halloween costume? I don't know any of us would, but if somebody accidentally did.
Probably me or Virginia.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't want the annoyance of people having something to say.
It's weird because I could see Virginia in a certain mood wearing something, nothing racial or nothing like that, but you can be offensive with other things. I knew a guy that dressed as the Croc Hunter the year he died.
Okay, yeah, right.
That's controversial.
He was going after it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
something like along those lines. It would be probably me first, and then I think Virginia second.
Okay.
Maybe Kevin. Kevin's in the mix.
Yeah. If I do wear a costume, it's probably going to be a bad idea, and it might be controversial. So
You accidentally did one
I did,
year.
yeah. I tried to go as one of the avatars, and I went with my body painted in blue. Somebody's like, "It looks like you're in blackface." I'm like, "No, I'm supposed to be blue.
I'm an avatar.
I'm an avatar." Dude, look
I
at you in
remember
blackface.
that. That's right. And you were
Another
not,
reason why I don't dress up. I
you
didn't
were-
even think about
No,
it.
you were not trying to be.
No, you were trying to be an
Out of line.
avatar.
Trying to be an avatar.
Just for whatever reason, the color did not match
yeah, it
up.
looked like why?
When you went out in the dark, it looked
It
like
looked like I was black.
I think you went out to Moonfest in
I
that.
did,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
I did. It's terrible.
That wasn't that long ago either.
10
it's not
years
too
ago.
late to cancel you.
Yeah.
You're right.
Probably
The
will. There'll
statute
be
of
a photo.
limitations on canceling you is
Yeah.
not up.
Bitch, I
Yeah.
got pictures.
I'll throw out my apology now, a decade later. I really meant to be an avatar.
I wasn't that the movie was
Oh,
popular.
Try that excuse on Twitter.
Oh, I know.
Good luck
Oh,
with
yeah.
that.
You didn't think about that? Yeah.
They would eat you alive.
Yeah.
You're done, Kev. You're
Yeah,
done.
I would. I'd be canceled. You're right. Another reason why I don't dress up for Halloween.
Okay, you're not a big guy.
I don't need.
You don't
yeah.
like dressing up, really.
I don't like dressing up
Avatar,
anyway.
My ass.
Yeah,
Avatar.
that was the final straw. I'm like, no more costumes for Kev.
Because you don't want that kind of heat.
I don't want that. I hate dressing up, and then on top of it, I get heat for it. I'm like, screw this.
You were annoyed to dress up, and
Yes.
then when you got out there, you were.
I'm like, now I know why I hate wearing costumes.
I think Virginia was the one who noticed it first.
I'm like, dude.
And Whisper, she was real quiet about it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Your
no, I'm an
costume is-
avatar, and
it's
I'm like,
not
oh, my
working.
arms are blue. She's like, you look black, and I looked in the mirror. I'm like, I look black. I'm like, oh
We
my
gotta get him
gosh,
out of here.
I gotta
Kevin?
You
leave.
gotta get him out of
I
here.
gotta
left
go.
in 10 minutes. I had to go right home.
Dude.
If you don't want to step in it this year, they're saying, watch out. There's a couple costumes. 32% of parents saying that pandemic-related costumes are offensive. So they came out of the list of what you shouldn't wear, and that was number 5 on the list. So
It's okay.
there will be 32% of people out there could be offended if you do a pandemic-related costume. And just be ready. I don't know what you would do. Maybe you would look like, I look like the coronavirus. And I
The
got
little
this.
maybe thing with the spikes coming out of it.
Or I
Yeah.
would be somebody that will not obey a mask ordinance. I don't know what you might do, but you never know. You might run into that person and be going, my uncle died of coronavirus.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah.
It's usually not at the party you go to that people are offended. It's when you post the pictures and they go on
Yeah,
social
right.
media.
Yeah, somebody's looking
That's
for a reason.
because they don't know you at that point.
And the other thing that they're saying undercover, a lot of people think they're going to do the Karen thing. That could.
That's insane. People are out of their minds if they're going to call that
Some
racist.
people are trying to say that that's one that you'll get some heat about.
Some people need to get a hobby.
I hear you, man. So trust me, it's no fun when people give you heat about your Halloween costume.
Well, you told me I should go ahead.
It makes a Halloween party miserable and fast
And sad.
and sad.
You're like, get me out of
I just
here.
want to go home. If you're kind of on the fence about your relationship, send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. We'll give you our ruling here.
Someone asked too, do we do makeup or breakups for friendships as well? If it's-
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, or
That would
any,
fit.
Any kind of relationship you want to know if you want to make up or break up it.
Yeah, I think we all had that situation. Trust me, I've had that with friendships too,
Definitely.
relationships. You're like, I don't know, is it worth still being this person's friend or not?
Absolutely.
Like, come on, it's been a lot. So this email here wants to know if they should wait for this person. They say they're 31. They've been with their boyfriend for 4 years. He's always talked about traveling and has finally booked his trip to Europe, where he plans to stay from 6 months to a year. He says he's always wanted to live in Europe, and he now has some money and a few contacts to make a little money even while he's there. He said that he hopes that I will wait for him so that we can be back together when he decides to come back. He asked me to go, but I've got an actual career and I've got a job that I love, and I would basically have to start all over if I left for 6 months or more. So does this mean that we are just not meant to be, or is being apart a good test to prove that we really are meant to be together forever? If I don't end it, should I at least suggest that we have the freedom to be with other people while he's gone?
I mean, this is going to be one of those things where how much do you really love or like this person? If it's somebody you really are in love with and deeply in love with, he asked you to go, so it's not like he's trying to avoid you. He wanted to keep you involved. You want to keep your career, which I understand. If it's 6 months to a year and you both really do love each other, I think it could work. But if it's only 90% in, half of my heart, so to speak, Virginia, I think you guys need to break up.
I think you should let him go to Europe. Don't go with him. Don't visit him. Don't try to keep a long distance relationship. Both of you should see other people. And then if it's meant to be, you guys can get together after. You're young.
Yeah.
And it sounds like he's going to be over there living his dream. I'm sure he's going to be dabbling in the European tang. So you should be having some fun over here.
And I agree if you are not 100% in. I think we all have that situation where you may like somebody, but you're only 85% in. Or you like somebody and you know you're 110% head over heels for that person. I think you have to ask yourself those questions.
Yeah.
If it's below that 100%, Virginia's right. He's going to be in European tang.
Yeah. I think it's good to lower the restrictions. Say, hey, whatever may be. And if you don't feel like dating anybody else, don't force yourself to date somebody else. Just chill and see how it goes.
I know a couple that this happened to, and they ended up getting married. They worked together in New York City. They knew each other. They dated. They really were hot for each other. But then he had to move away. He moved down here. She stayed in New York City. Both of them dated other people. And then like 2 years later, she moved down here. They got married. Now they have 2 kids. Like, you can have a happy ending with this guy if it's meant to be. Just because you're going to go let him play and you play doesn't mean your love story's over.
And not everyone is going to like the term or the talk about you go out and play, you go out and do it. That's not, I think if you're saying things like that, it is over. The fact that she's emailing the show and wondering kind of makes me feel like she's leaning, this needs to probably be over for now.
Well, if you're not packing up your stuff and just doing everything humanly possible to go with him, there's your answer in your own heart.
But I also know if I really love somebody and I trusted them and they really needed to go do whatever they wanted to do, I could stay apart 6 months to a year if we both really cared about each other.
Focus on this career you're talking about that you can't leave South Florida for.
But that's a rare situation, I will say.
Have you seen the European tang?
I like it.
It's pretty tasty.
I like it all in every country. So.
Somebody texted in and said the boyfriend is lying. He's not really going to Europe. He's moving away with his wife and kids.
That sounds like somebody just got out of a very bad breakup. They're bringing their own baggage.
But it's possible.
It's very possible. But that sounds a little too personal.
Okay, is this a makeup or a breakup? She now doesn't want children. My wife and I got married 2 years ago with the intention of having kids right away. Now my wife has totally changed her mind. She says it's irresponsible to bring kids and future generations into this world. She says the past 2 years have made her see the world differently, from pandemics to political division to climate change to wars and conflict. She doesn't want her potential children or grandchildren to have to face a world that she is seeing is getting worse. I think she's being irrational, and I don't think it's fair that she is changing our family plan for these reasons. Is this reason to realize that we no longer want the same things and ask for a divorce? That's a big one right there.
I mean, yeah, though, if you want kids and that was the plan, and now she decides she doesn't want kids.
Yeah.
If you really want kids, you got to find a new girl or talk her into it. But I do kind of see what she's saying. You know, these past couple of years have probably changed a lot of people's minds about procreating right now. Mm-hmm. That's not weird. And you're allowed to change your mind.
Yes. One possible compromise, maybe it doesn't work for you, but you could consider adoption. You could have a kid and you're not bringing a new child into the world. You're bringing a child that's already here that needs somebody to take care of them.
Totally.
So maybe that might be an option for you. And final email here, makeup or breakup, says he farted at a family dinner. Okay. It says, makeup or breakup, I've been dating this guy for 4 months. He's really hot and great in bed. He can be amusing, but sometimes he just doesn't have a good gauge on what is socially acceptable and what's not. He's made a few comments to friends that has made me cringe a bit. Then, over the weekend, we went to my parents' house for dinner. He has met them many times, but he still doesn't know them well enough to justify what he did. During dinner, he farted really loud and everybody heard it. And the only thing thicker than the air of stench was the awkwardness that hung in the air with neither of my parents knowing what to say. Oh. So he blurts out, "Hey, the food is good. I just had to clear out a little bit more space." The joke didn't really hit, and I wanted to crawl under the table. I couldn't get him out of there fast enough. Then in the car, he admitted that he didn't hold back the fart, but he didn't understand what the big deal was. He said, look, farting is a natural bodily function that our prudish society has tried to make more out of than what it is. His defense of his fart just made me even more angry. Am I wrong for being this upset, and would this be a deal breaker for you?
See, my family, we were kind of loose. My family would have laughed and probably said, oh my gosh, marry that girl. Yeah. Or whatever. I mean, the fact that the family didn't laugh, I get that it's gross to fart at a dinner table. It is. You shouldn't do that. But I think we're taking the fart a little too seriously.
You do have to know your surroundings, though. And when you're in that kind of a scenario, always err on the side of don't make a show out of your fart.
Yeah,
Until you know somebody.
I 110% agree with you. With that said, it's a fart. He was trying,
I know, but he read the room so wrong.
He did, but I mean, they didn't laugh at all. If that's at the Ralstons and someone comes over, if Caitlin brings over a dude and he farts and you guys don't know him that well, you're probably laughing at
Oh my
that.
gosh, yeah, my wife.
The
is,
Ralstons would love
Yeah.
it.
The Penningtons
yeah.
would laugh at
Yeah.
that.
Right. And that's why, if this is a makeup or a breakup, I mean, are you going to dump somebody because they farted? The one thing I will tell you, though, is sometimes, you just don't have the same sensibilities. And finding the same things funny is really important. And the fact that you said that he's made a few comments to friends that has made me cringe a bit. He's making you cringe a good bit. You guys aren't set on the same page.
You're right. It's a big deal.
And this is concerning because it doesn't sound like you necessarily belong together because you're embarrassed by what he does and he doesn't get that you find what he's doing is so bad.
How about the time, that story I heard about you and your ex-fiance? She'd make you leave the room to fart?
Yeah.
I mean, that
we
right
were
there-
set, and that's, I think about that a lot. And yeah, we just, even from her family did not find me amusing, didn't like what I did.
I would go so far as to say they hated
They
you.
hated me. They really did. They did not like me.
Did they ever listen to the show?
Yeah, and they did. They just were like, I don't get what you do. Like,
I get it.
I have been in that situation.
yeah, they just really didn't get me, and they didn't get. They just thought like, your
Some
show.
of your stuff is not funny, and you think it's funny.
Well, they were just like, what's redeeming about your program?
Well, that's a big deal.
And I was like, nothing.
I've been in that situation before where
Yeah.
the family does not like our show, doesn't like what it's about,
Yeah.
doesn't like anything that I do, and that really is a big factor on whether you want to move forward because they don't like you. They
It
don't like
became
anything-
really evident that
Yeah.
our worlds just were too different.
It makes it
that's
tough.
It didn't work out. She was a great girl, but I'm a prudish, kind of repellent.
You're a nightmare for a prude parent.
I am. I was a complete nightmare.
Well, you like to see the lighter side and the goofier side of life.
And my own makeup or breakup, it became evident that we just need to end this.
But if someone's making you leave a room for farts and they're offended and mad about, there's no way that relationship can ever survive.
You're right, and I see a lot of my situation in this.
Right.
Yeah.
This feels a lot like my situation, and I wish I would have written into our show. We did this segment 20 plus years ago. I would have been, I need to break up.
Well, I mean, he farted at the table, and we all think that's wrong and gross. I get that, but he didn't throw hot coffee in the dad's face.
And she's really angry about it. His parents are just mortified. It's just,
Mortified. Come
This is
on.
the universe sending you a sign that
It's a
maybe
breakup.
you're not aligned.
Yep, it's a breakup. I mean, oddly enough, a fart is ruining your
It's
relationship.
so funny how deep we got with just this fart topic.
Yes. How many relationships end because of a fart? I don't know, but this one should.
I talked to a few people that I've been filming the movie with. They have told stories about how they've broken up with people or have been broken up with because of a fart.
Wow.
It does happen.
Farts
Okay.
run deep.
They do.
All
And
right.
they break hearts.
Love to hear those stories. 877-979-WRMF. All right, time for another round of Battle of the Generations. You got the millennials now nipping at Gen Z's heels. Gen Z got 14 wins. Millennials have got 11
Oh,
here
so
today.
it's Sweet Denny's versus the Kid the Prodigy Suits?
Yes, it is.
Oh, kick his ass, Denny's.
Yes, it is here today. Yep.
What do you have to say for yourself, Google and Gary?
I ain't scared.
Okay.
Look at that suit's got his tie off again.
Oh, look at this.
It's too hot in this building. They haven't fixed the AC in like 6 months.
It is a little warm.
Yeah, there's a lot going. Don't get me on the vending machine because I will go on a 17-minute rant.
The vending machine's warm too, oddly. All the drinks come out room temperature.
Oh, cool. I love hot Mountain Dew. Thanks.
Well, it'll help you curb your soda habit.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got two contestants, both from Port St. Lucie here today. Our Gen Z player is CJ. Hello, CJ.
Yo, KVJ!
All right. And then for the millennials, we have got Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
Hey guys, it's Sarah.
Oh,
Hey,
Twitter Sarah.
Twitter
Very nice.
Sarah.
Very nice. Okay, so what we've got is some pop culture trivia here for you. We're going to see how well you know something that might be out of your generational gap. Now, Suits represents Gen Z, his generation. Denny's has got the millennials here. So we're going to start with the younger generation, Gen Z, with CJ. And your first question in the Battle of the Generations, Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan had an infamous feud after they both dated who? CJ.
Oh my gosh. This is kind of shooting a blank at me. I'm just trying. This is the first thing that came. Oh God!
Oh man! Oh jeez!
He's quick with that buzzer, CJ.
Yeah, you got 3 seconds. Sorry about
How
that.
he talked about his answer
I
for
forgot
3
the rule.
Oh, God, buzzer's on. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, okay. All right, Suits, can you step in here and try to snag a point?
I know nothing about celebrity relationships. I have absolutely no idea who this could be.
No idea. Do you happen to remember that, Virginia?
Is it Wilmer von der Rohe?
Who?
Valderrama?
What?
I know Wilmer dated your girl Lovato.
Damn,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demi Gelato is not my girl no more.
There's rumors about Wilmer's Valderrama.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not him at all. It's actually Aaron Carter.
I had
That's
no
not
idea
worth
they even
fighting
dated.
over.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's who it was, Aaron Carter.
Aaron Carter.
Yeah, go figure. Go figure. All right, here we go. This is the first question for our millennials. And Sarah, the TV show 21 Jump Street helped launch the career of what Hollywood A-lister?
TV show, not the movie.
It was the TV show, yes.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I only know them could have been Channing Tatum.
Okay.
You know, Denny.
Denny's for a point.
Was it Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp's correct.
Dennis,
All right, Denny.
Yeah, in your face,
Johnny
Suits.
Depp, yeah.
In your face.
Okay. All right, 1-0. Millennials. Quick lead here. All right, next question we got. This one is for CJ. All right, CJ, Triumph, the insult comic dog, used to appear on what late night talk show?
I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
Triumph, the insult comic dog, Suits for a point.
Mad TV.
You young?
I've never in my life heard of that dog.
You're good. Good for me to poop on.
Conan.
Conan O'Brien.
Oh, come on,
Wow.
Suits.
He's like, who's Conan?
Your age is showing. You little infant.
Yes, and we are quite jealous of your youth.
Oh, so jealous.
So much time.
You make me feel old.
Insult dog.
Oh, Triumph was awesome.
Triumph is awesome. No, he's good. Suits.
I'll Google it.
Okay. All right, let's go back to Twitter Sarah here. And your question for the millennials. What gangsta rapper made his acting debut in the movie Boys in the Hood?
Oh my God. Gangster rapper. I'm just gonna pick one from the early '90s. I'm
Oh,
gonna
sorry,
go.
time. Yeah, we got-
Ralston's quick with the buzzer.
well, we got to cut down that Google time. Yeah, unfortunately.
sorry,
That's all right. That's all right. Denny's, you got an answer?
Jeez, it's been a long time since I've seen that. I'm gonna say iced tea.
Denny's. On ice.
Okay, Denny.
Ice Cube.
Oh, I almost said it, but I thought his acting. I guess it was his writing and directing debut was Friday, right?
No, you Boys in the Hood's from the 80s.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, just-
Boy, these young people, huh?
That's your
It's not
boy.
a strong showing so far.
Well, you're really making Gen Z feel, or Gen X feel old here
Well,
today.
Denny's not that young. He's looking down the barrel of 40.
Think about that, Dennis.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay, all right. We've only got 1 point so far for the millennials. CJ, you could jump into the lead if you can get this one correct. Who was the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls, CJ?
Oh my gosh.
CJ's having a rough one.
I don't know.
Okay, Suits. Who was the lead singer of the Pussycat Dolls?
Janet Jackson.
Oh my
is
gosh.
going on here?
I have never once listened to any of their music. I have no idea.
It's not about.
Suits, loosen up my buttons. You need to loosen up your buttons.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Yeah. All right. It was Nicole Scherzinger.
Oh, I would never have got that.
Wow, this game is actually kind of starting to depress me.
It's eye-opening.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Let's see here. If Sarah can get one correct here and battle the generations back to the millennials. All right. Twitter Sarah, your question.
Don't count on it, but I'm going to try.
Okay. Madonna's first husband was which Academy Award-winning actor?
Oh, is it Guy Ritchie?
Oh, no.
Director.
No? Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay.
Is it Sean Penn?
It is Sean Penn.
Oh, sweet Dennis.
Okay. All right. That gives you 2
Still a good
points. Very nice.
Virginia Suits looks shook.
And that is going to give you guys the win here today.
Damn, he's putting us out of our misery.
Yeah. That was a tough round where
Good
Gen
job,
Z
Benny.
did not
Good
score a
job.
point today.
Wow.
Sorry, dude.
It's all right, man. I didn't know any of them either.
Wow.
See what happens? He doesn't wear his tie. He loses his power.
Yeah, you're right. It
You
is.
get in there and you put
Yeah.
that tie back on.
I will. I'm disappointed in myself.
About that.
Lose the shirt, keep the tie.
Okay. Now you're talking.
The millennials are catching up. They're only 2 behind Gen Z now in the Battle of the Generations.
What about the old people? Where are we at?
You are 5 behind.
Damn, we old and slow.
Yeah. Not a great look.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Boy, this guy took his video games literally. He was up at 2 a.m. playing Grand Theft Auto naked when he thought, you know what? Maybe I should go out and try this in real life. I'm going to go steal a catalytic converter.
Okay, so he's playing games and smoking meth.
He was inspired.
Yeah, apparently it was. Things got a little bit crazy out there, apparently, though, and a guy wound up getting arrested.
I just feel like he's drug induced.
Yeah, it kind of like feels like maybe it was.
He's playing video games, he's smoking something, it gets in his head, and he's, I can do this.
You're playing the video game like this looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I'll take a crack at this.
Some of these games, Kev, they do look like real life. They're getting to
It's crazy, yeah.
The humans don't quite look like humans, but they are so close. In the face, they still look kind of cartoony, but we are a year or 2 away.
What's crazy is they've added a new camera angle for the NFL where I don't know how they do it, but they're right there in the action. As a guy scores a touchdown, the camera's just feet away from his face. And every time I see it, I think it's a video game. It looks more video game than it does the other way around.
Yeah, there's certain parts, not all, but certain parts of my baseball game where you can't tell if it's on TV or if it's a video game.
Yeah, it's really kind of crazy.
It's gonna get to the point, Virginia, you're not gonna know real life from a video game.
I already don't.
Bro, we're living in the Matrix.
It's crazy.
Yep. There's a man in Pennsylvania who got arrested after he stabbed his wife. But the problem was he was trying to come up with an alibi on what really happened, and the cops weren't buying anything. The 36-year-old first told the cops that his wife was at the playground trying to break up a fight between a group of boys when she was stabbed, and they started looking through and they said, nope, and they debunked that story. He said, well, then would you believe that we were eating food in bed and on the plate was a knife and our dog jumped into the bed, and while I tried to grab the knife, I accidentally stabbed my wife. They're like, no, we wouldn't believe that either. Yeah.
Dude, you better just roll over and tell the truth.
Yeah, they finally kind of figured it all out. I believe his wife is going to recover.
Oh, good.
Yes.
She can probably tell them exactly how it went down then.
Yeah, you would think. You would think that would probably be what she would do here. Some crazy stuff again happening at airports and on flights and all kinds of stuff. There's a guy that flipped out on an United Airlines flight last week because the flight attendant repeatedly asked him to get off his phone and keep his mask on.
Yeah, you have to keep your mask on, and if you're taking your mask off to talk on your phone, it's their job to tell you to stop.
Yeah, they say at one point he even threatened to break a guy's neck.
That seems sensible.
Yeah, here's some of the audio from that.
Take me off. I didn't even want to go to Cali. I didn't even want to go to Cali. I will find your name, date of birth, and address. I will know your social security number before I get off this plane. On my daughter. On that same baby that you see me on the phone with. What's the law gonna do? Go mind your business. Mind your business. Because I will break your neck. Let's go to gym.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Doesn't he sound like
Tracy Morgan?
Yes.
Yeah, he sounds like a belligerent Tracy Morgan.
He does. Is he doing a Tracy Morgan impression? He's nailing it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you don't get it, don't fly.
Yeah.
The rules are the rules. The flight attendants, they don't want to be the police.
Yeah.
Just everybody wear the mask. If you don't want to wear it, make it a road trip.
COVID's still making people crazy at airports. Black China, you talk about her in the dirt, Virginia?
I do. She's a little bit of a mess.
Oh, she is, huh?
Yeah, she's been all over the place.
Okay.
That's Rob Kardashian's baby mama.
Okay. Well, one of the places she's been is Miami, because this is video of her that went viral last night in Miami International Airport yelling at somebody about getting the vaccine.
And the poor is gonna get poorer.
Amen.
So go get the vaccine and stop being stupid, ho. Nah, I'm not out for a living, and I'm a real bitch. No cap from DC to Miami to LA. That's like living in what's up.
Okay.
That's almost as bad as Virginia that night. Well, y'all gonna die? And that one bar remote we did. Almost as bad.
Is she pro-vaccine or anti-vax? I couldn't tell.
I think she's like, get the vaccine, ho. And maybe, I don't know, something had happened where it was holding up a flight, or I don't know why she was saying that.
But then I thought I heard, don't get the vaccine. I don't know. I'm confused.
It's busy.
Yeah. That's kind of a fun story, at least. Finally, something about an airport. There's a Texas couple that was flying to Vegas earlier this month, and when they got to the airport, they found their dog hiding in one of their suitcases.
Oh, my goodness.
This is...
Yeah.
That's funny.
And they didn't know what to do because here they are at the airport, and they got their dog. So a Southwest agent offered to babysit the dog.
Aww.
Doesn't this just feel like, with all the bad stories coming out about Southwest, that they planted this today so we'd have a nice, warm, fuzzy, feel-good story about Southwest?
Yeah,
Quick.
This isn't real.
Someone bring their dog to the airport. Let's pretend like this belonged to a traveler.
You're going to find that these are actors.
So here's an actor recapping the supposed story from Southwest about them babysitting this dog.
Put it on the scale, and this bag is 5.5 pounds overweight. So really quick, we're like, oh, we've got to rearrange some stuff. Opens it up, and there's our dog out of my boot, like coming out of my boot with its head popping up. She's the burrower. That's what she does. She burrows in clothes. She burrows in, obviously, suitcases now. They've got a heck of an employee in Kathy. She went above and beyond, never made us, they could have turned it in. We were trying to smuggle a dog to Vegas or something. Never acted like that. They were extremely gracious. Like I said, she was willing to watch our dog for us while we were gone. Thank goodness we found this dog, because you'd have got to Vegas and you probably would have had a deceased animal in your bag.
This paid for by Southwest Airlines.
Yes. See, we're not that awful.
I mean, this is such a planted story.
See, we're not that awful.
This is such a fake story. You're going to find out these are actors, including the dog.
Yes. It's a show dog. Yeah, been in several movies. Well, people get squirrely about weird packages at the airport, and apparently also do outside of a library in Oregon. A suspicious box was left right outside. Somebody called the bomb squad. They showed up and x-rayed it and found that it was filled with books.
No!
Books in front of a library, but why?
That's hilarious.
It can happen. I told you about the time my friend shut down the whole wing, the south wing of the MGM Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
He thought there was a suspicious package in the bathroom. It turned out to be a box of those seat covers.
You see how people get all you have to do is drop a box or a suitcase and just kind of walk weird away from it.
Yeah.
You will freak everyone out.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And there is a viral video of a woman showing how a Walmart in Virginia got confused when she ordered a party platter of sandwiches and asked for half wheat and half white. Now, if you got that request, what do you think that means, Virginia?
Half wheat bread, half white bread.
Okay, so what? Half of the sandwiches are made with wheat bread, half of them are made with white bread?
Yeah.
Please tell me every sandwich had a slice of white and a slice of wheat. That's amazing. I love it. Well,
half wheat, half white.
Where did they get this at?
I love
Virginia
it.
at a Walmart.
I love it.
It's pretty awesome.
Yes. That needs to start a little fun food trend.
Yes, it is.
It's cute. It's colorful.
Half wheat, half white.
Are you mad when you get your sandwiches or do you laugh? I laugh.
You have to
gotta
laugh
at that.
You have to laugh, and then you go viral with that video.
That's what they did. There you go. It's a tough situation here. This email says, I've been married for 5 years, and in that time have developed a very close relationship with my husband's sister. So, their sister-in-law. My husband loves that we're so close. We typically hang out once or twice a week, and we'll even go on the town with each other a couple nights a month. It was a few months ago we went out in Miami, got pretty crazy, staying out until the sun came up. We were both hammered on the beach when she confided to me that she has always loved me.
Oh, boy.
I told her I loved her too, thinking we were talking about a different kind of love. With that, she leaned in and kissed me passionately. Well, the thing is, I didn't really stop her and I kissed her right back. I thought that it was really just an isolated incident, but then another kiss happened just a few weeks ago, and I realized that a problem was building. As this last week, my sister-in-law has asked me if we could stop pretending and take our relationship to another level. I know you're thinking that this is the easy part where I tell her no and we are never to speak of what happened again, but I'm conflicted because I really think I have feelings for her. In fact, I asked myself who I would be more sad to not have in my life, her or my husband. I keep coming back to it being her, but I don't know what to do, as I have a 2-year-old daughter with my husband. So there's no way this is going to be easy to navigate. If this were just a random woman, ending this is easy. But this is someone that I will be near for what looks like to be the rest of my life. How do I love a brother and his sister at the same time?
Oh, wait, this is a chick writing this?
Yes, it is.
She's torn between being a lesbian and being straight?
I guess so.
Oh, my gosh, this is layered, Kevin. You really spun me around.
How do I just stop my feelings for a person that I am so powerfully drawn to? How do I even start to find my way out of this?
Did you say, because that was a pretty lengthy email, in the beginning, did you say that they were... Two of the people were drinking alone together? They were hanging out drinking together? Is that what's going on?
This is a woman and her sister-in-law. They hang out a good bit. They have a close relationship. They like to go out in the town and party together. And it was when they were out hitting Miami pretty hard that they stay up until the sun comes up and then a kiss happens on the beach. And thinking it's an isolated incident, she doesn't really change the behavior. And then lo and behold, a couple weeks later, it happens again with the sister-in-law telling this woman that I would like to take our relationship to another level. And so here she is, married to this woman's brother who she has a kid with.
How can she do this to her own brother?
Yeah, she's a house wrecker.
Yeah.
She's acting like a pig. It's wrong. It's terrible what she's doing. And is she looking for advice on if she got it? What kind of advice, other than me ranting about how terrible she is, what does she want?
She's saying, how do I just stop my feelings for a person that I am so powerfully drawn to? And how do I even start to find my way out of this? Because, yeah, it's easy to say, okay, this has to end, no way, but she's going to be seeing her for quite some time. If she ends a friendship and doesn't ever hang out with her brother or her husband is going to be like, hey, why don't you talk to my sister? What got weird between you guys?
She needs to say, because she is married with a kid, she needs to say, we have to stop. We can't hang out alone and we can't drink anymore together. Because if you're alone drinking with somebody, you're going to make some stupid mistakes. So if you guys are drinking alone by yourselves, you're already doing something wrong.
Well, and her problem is, because I think in her heart of hearts, she keeps asking herself, who do I want to be with more? Who would I be more sad to not have in my future?
Oh, boy.
My husband or his sister? And she keeps coming back to, I would be really sad to not have the relationship that I have with his sister.
First of all, you got to make sure the grass is not greener, because that does happen to people. They get all lusty and get involved and then realize, oh no, I just destroyed a great marriage for what?
And we don't even know if there's any grass on the field, you know what I'm saying? she could,
you could destroy it all for a Baldy Rinaldi.
She could go to one of those hair removal places.
If you think that you are into your sister-in-law and that now, you're at the very least bisexual, I think you owe your husband an explanation. And you need to sit down with him and be honest about what y'all have been up to.
Yeah, well, you're cheating on your husband, so you're a cheat. It doesn't matter who you cheat on with, woman, man, you're being unfaithful.
Yeah.
And you're married. If everybody that was married had drinks and jumped on, the crush feelings that they have, you're wrong to do it.
Well, the thing that's interesting about this is she's been hanging with this woman for a while, and they have a very tight relationship. I'm sure there is love there, and she admits that. She's like, I love her, but the time thought that it was a different kind of love. Now, one person had texted in and said, you know what she needs to do? She needs to get to therapy and talk to a therapist to kind of analyze her actions and her feelings to try to figure out what's going on. And in that meantime, park it with the sister-in-law.
Yeah, that's good advice.
And you have to really understand what is going on here. Somebody else texted in and said, look, what is drawing you in is this is taboo. There's some scandal here. It's making it a little bit exciting for you. Maybe some excitement that was missing in your marriage. And you're drawn to the excitement and the scandal. That goes away. Now you don't have those same feelings. And now all you're in is a mess, because you've been in a three-way relationship with a guy and his sister.
Yeah, in the beginning, it's all hot and awesome. And then 8 months later, you guys are arguing what to watch on Netflix.
Yeah, this really is a therapist situation, because you are now confusing love and all this. And you are like, I can't imagine not being with this woman, but I'm married to her brother, and conveniently we got a kid together.
Yeah, you do need professional help on this. I think this is
radio show material.
It's above our pay grade.
Yes. This is something you got to sit down and you got to work this out.
You better run to therapy.
But you are wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong in so many ways on this.
You could not only destroy your marriage, you could destroy their family.
Yeah.
So this is really scary stuff that I don't think you're taking serious enough.
And I'm not saying that's what's happening. I just know sometimes people who are cheating, they email into this show and they try to justify their cheating with all of these details about this and that. And oh my gosh. Bottom line is this. You are married with a kid and you're cheating on your husband, and he doesn't know that.
I don't see her justifying so much as saying she's got confused emotions. And the one thing that, one comment had come up in our chat room, Aaron had said, why can't she analyze her own life? I think sometimes that's why I think therapy is good, is because it's sometimes not that easy. I think she's really tried. I think she's past that point, and that's where she's sending us an email, because she has tried to analyze her own life. She's like, I don't understand why I'm feeling this. I don't understand what is going on with my own emotions, and talking to somebody else who might help you unpack it and say, look, you may be confusing this for that.
And I'm not trying to start a fight with anybody here, because I do agree therapy is good. Sometimes, if you have a good therapist, there's a lot of crappy therapists, and I know a ton of personal stories where therapists give really bad advice. I'm just saying, make sure you get a good therapist, because some people just think if they go to a therapist, that's going to fix things. You have to go to a good therapist.
Yeah.
Maybe get one that's referred from somebody that had success.
There you go.
And felt like they were really helpful and great and knowledgeable.
I just know too many people that they go one and done with the only therapist they've ever been to, and they think that's the end-all be-all of every problem they go to, and that ain't true, y'all.
Yeah. I really would hope that you can back away from your sister-in-law and maintain your marriage, but I think that's something that you need to work through these feelings to get there. Otherwise, you're probably going to have a problem that's going to keep raising its ugly head at all kinds of family gatherings and just when you go and hang out with the sister-in-law.
Oh, you can't put this genie back in the bottle. Good luck with that.
Yeah, she's got the taste now.
Oh, man. Like a shark? Never mind.
What?
Nothing. No,
Please.
It was going to come out inappropriate and weird.
Stop yourself.
Yeah, I did. I stopped myself.
It's good. That's, you know what? A therapist would say that's growth.
I'm maturing.
Yeah. We've had a breakthrough here. Oh, we love drama. There's plenty of it on social media. People put up a thought, and then it turns into a rascally little fight.
This is my favorite.
So when it does, screenshot it, send it to us so that we can act it out here.
Please screenshot it, because sometimes what they do is they wise up and they delete the thread, and then poof, it's gone.
Yep. They don't realize maybe what they said sounds bad, or things aren't going in the direction they thought. So please get it to us. Send it via email, mail@kvjshow.com. There's this dude named Dougie, and I guess somebody had told him that, hey, if you want to become a big rap star, you need to share your music. And so he started doing that, but then nobody was sharing his music. And so then he got all upset.
I'm reading through some of Dougie and what he's saying. I got to tell you, I am a fan of Dougie.
Okay.
I don't know about his music, but Dougie the man.
All right, then I'll let Bird be Dougie.
Yeah,
here.
you are Dougie, man.
Yeah.
Get it.
I'll play the role of Marvin in this thread. Virginia, you can be Papa J. Papa J.
Old, the voice of reason.
Yeah,
I get it.
Baby.
We're typecasting.
Okay. And then we've got Denny's playing the role of Donnie in this thread here. Okay. All right. Dougie, you're mad. Nobody's sharing your rap music. Lay it on us, Dougie.
My new rap song is out. Check it out and share it, please. It's such a dope-ass song. Okay.
Time passes.
Time passes.
Nothing's
time passes,
going on.
Time passes.
Dougie comes back to the thread, which he's probably refreshing every 20 seconds.
Oh, Dougie.
So Dougie has really lost his mind because it's about 12 hours later.
Damn! Only one person shared my song in 12 hours? Honestly, most of you are dead to me. Oh. You never support my music. I'm quitting social media, yo.
Yo, Dougie, I just listened to your song. Sounds like a white guy trying to sound like DMX. File this song under C for cringe.
Ooh.
Just being honey, bro.
Damn.
Dougie, aren't you in your 40s? The rap thing ain't gonna happen, brother. Give it up. Take that job at CVS that your Uncle Donnie keeps trying to give you.
It ain't about making money, yo, or getting on the radio. It's about that music, bro. I don't expect you to get it, though.
Oh.
You feel my flow from head to toe? I'm the hero, and you're the hoe.
Oh.
Wow, Dougie. Okay, I see what he's doing here.
Yeah.
I see what he's doing here.
Spitting them rhymes, spitting them bores.
Dougie, you always bitch and moan about how nobody ever shares or listens to your music. There's a reason why nobody shares it. Dougie, it sucks hard.
Damn.
It sucks hard, Dougie.
Crushing me, yo.
It does, just being honest. Just being
Crushing
honey,
me.
bro.
Yeah, Doug, you really need to take that job at CVS. You could become the assistant manager within 2 years. That'll never happen while you're trying to be Eminem.
Here comes Donnie. Oh, come on, Dougie. Make your Uncle Donnie proud and join the CVS team. We'll even let you listen to that rap music on your lunch break.
Y'all don't get me or feel me. I have the heart of an MC, yo. Deal with the people.
Okay. Not hanging it up.
I love how Uncle Donnie chimes in. Yeah, we're waiting for you at CVS. Come on.
I mean, it sounds like he's got some benefits there.
Yeah.
Maybe.
There's always a place for you at CVS.
Well, you could like, help people in rap.
Yeah. And look, he could be assistant manager in 2 years.
Can we please get a sample of Dougie's music?
Do you need a pill? Here's a refill.
Oh,
yo, it's Dougie at CVS.
Yeah, Uncle
boy.
Johnny.
Oh, I'd love to see Kvj and Dougie in a rap battle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kev would love that. I actually would enjoy it. Dougie, give me a call.
Got another thread here. This one is about Maya. She's begging her neighbors to stop feeding the cats. It's causing a problem. This sounds like my neighborhood because I've seen that this is going on. In fact, I saw a story in Delray Beach. They've got a real problem with cats out there. And they're doing that program where they trap them, then they spade or neuter them, and then they re-release them. That's kind of what they're doing there. So, yeah, these feral cats are problems all over South Florida. So Maya's going off about it, but she's got other concerns, which may be slightly unhinged. I'll go ahead and play the role of Maya. Virginia, you can be Zach.
Okay, I think he's like young and like talk like this.
I think all
Okay.
Zachs talk like this, right?
If your name is Zach, you must be under the age of 30 and talk like this.
Bird, you can play the role of Pamela.
Okay.
And Denny's, you'll be Naomi. Okay. Stop feeding the stray cats. You're breeding monsters who terrorize the community. Also, these cats have AIDS. What?
Maya, how do you know they have AIDS? What are you, a cat doctor?
I am not a cat doctor, but my boyfriend knows about cat AIDS, and these cats have it. We are in danger. Trust me.
Lady, cats can't give people AIDS. You and your boyfriend sound ignorant AF. How do you not know about this?
Oh, I love feeding the cats. If someone doesn't feed them, they would starve to death. As for the cat AIDS, this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Damn it, Naomi. You're part of the problem. We have diseased cats taking over our streets. Did I mention they have cat AIDS? Cat AIDS! I'm telling you.
Maya, cats aren't the problem. Our neighbors need to deal with. We need to stop all the fornicating the teenagers are doing in my backwoods. It's disgusting.
Cats taking over our streets. Teenagers fornicating in the woods. This place needs to be cleaned up. God is trying to tell us something, people. Cat AIDS!
Oh my God, I'm moving.
Oh,
Wow.
That's a lot.
Cat AIDS.
These bitches be crazy.
Whoa. All right. I think we probably all relate to this if you're over the age of 25. What have you found that gets harder as you age? A lot of things very relatable
Everything.
here. Yeah, it really, everything you just ended right there. Everything.
Exercise, eating healthy,
Yeah.
not being a fat ass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Reading menus, like the font's getting blurry. What's that about? How's that fair?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. We asked the question on the KVJ Show Facebook page, hundreds of answers and responses.
You're going to get thousands.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Some of the top ones that people said, all-nighters. Yes, harder as you age, doing the all-nighter. Oh, my gosh. You know, before I would need, I don't know, probably about 3-4 hours to kind of like rebound, recover from an all-nighter. I'd be like, you know what, I'm good. I need probably about 3 to 4 weeks now. About a month later, I'll be back to normal.
A month.
Yeah. Feeling and sustaining cozy Christmas feelings and other similar feelings that were easy to have as a child.
Yes.
Man,
Not to, you won't get the depressing sound effect ready, but
Yeah.
honestly, after my mom passed away and then Anne,
Yeah.
holidays have kind of become dead for me. I don't really celebrate them.
Damn.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty rough. Well, my mom pretty much died during Thanksgiving. It's kind of hard to, hey, let's have a great Thanksgiving meal.
Woohoo! Pass the turkey leg.
It was her favorite holiday. So yeah, I get it.
The
Yeah.
Lord took her before Thanksgiving.
Oh, it was awful. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody, and I thought that was, you know, until your comment, the most depressing one I'd seen was what gets harder as you age. People said, losing all the people you love. Everyone around you just starts dying.
Well, it's weird. Like the rate of funeral appearances is just starting to increase more and more every year. And I'm like, damn, is this what it's all about?
I used to go to all my friends' weddings. Now do I go to their funerals?
I mean,
Oh,
yeah, every year you're here, you're outliving some of your friends. I mean, it's just a fact.
I
Oh,
can't.
Virginia loves this. This is a sadness one up. This is
can't-
just her game.
I can't
Oh,
wait.
yeah, I'm going to see your depressing comment, and I've got a more depressing comment.
I cannot wait to celebrate Christmas this year with my family. Oh wait, they're dead.
I mean, parental deaths are happening a lot on this show.
What am I going to get my mom for Christmas? Oh, wait. She's dead.
Oh, Kevin. That's real.
I just wanted to make sure I won.
You won.
Okay.
Aunt Anne's gonna make her famous lemon tart pie. No, she's not, because she passed away 2 years ago.
Good Lord. All right, okay, let's go to the more fun answers here.
There's comedy in pain.
Yes.
There really is.
You have to find laughter.
There's comedy in pain.
Otherwise, you'll never leave the fetal
You're
position.
right. It's relatable.
What have you found gets harder as you age? Some people said staying in touch with people.
There's a lot of people who I love. For example, the Naps, who I went down to the Keys with. I love hanging out with them, but I never stay in touch with them.
I think when you start having kids and all those things, because it used to be easy. You had such a free social schedule. So working somebody in for a night of going out was a lot easier. But now you're like, oh, you know what? In 8 months, I have a free night.
Self-care becomes really difficult. I love a mani-pedi. I love getting my hair done. I love a spray tan. I can't do all of that like I used to be able to.
Oh, come on. Tell her she looks beautiful, Kev.
Yeah, great,
You're
Virginia.
keeping
So
it
hot.
together. We love
Better with age.
we love the dirt. It's great.
Couldn't be more beautiful.
You're awesome.
Another thing, what have you found gets harder as you age? A lot of people are saying this tolerance for BS.
I think you just get old. You've been to the puppet show. You've seen the strings, and you just don't have time to deal with the crap that you think is stupid.
Yeah.
And that is a very true statement. With each year that goes on, I'm on this rock, this crazy rock, Virginia. So much of it just does not matter.
You're right.
Don't sweat the small stuff. That's what that means, really.
You're so right. You would get all worked up, and it doesn't matter.
A lot of it. I think 90% of it doesn't matter. There's 10% of matters of the heart moments that really does matter in this lifetime. But 90%, we do get frustrated and anxiety and depressed about crap that's not going to even happen or it doesn't really matter.
Damn. And the next big category everybody's saying here, what gets harder as you age? Everything physical, bending over without making noises, getting up after you've kneeled down, jumping at those trampoline parks without getting an injury.
I lead the league in the oohs.
Yes.
When I get up, ooh.
So if you're supposed to meet somebody and they text a few minutes late, how late do you expect them to be at that point?
If someone tells me, okay, Bird, I'm 3 minutes away, I realize they are just now getting out of the bathroom, wiping their butt.
Right. Yeah, because technically if somebody is like, hey, running a little bit late, I'll be a few minutes late. A few means 2. So, okay, you're going to be here in 2 minutes, right? No.
Yeah, in my time, I've seen that it's usually about 15 minutes from when they text. I'll be right there. Bro, just got off the exit. French fries are still hot.
So what does it mean for you, Virginia? Because you probably are late the most out of anyone here on the show.
Hashtag live late.
Yeah. How long is it going to actually be?
I try to really get as close to being honest as possible. If I say I'm going to be 10 minutes late, I mean, usually no more than 15.
The balls on this lady that I work with and call a friend is ridiculous. Let me bring up our little shoot we had to do for the Cajun party. You're supposed to be there at 2 p.m. Remember
Cajun
what time
party.
we did the crawfish boil? You're supposed to do all this shooting with me. You're supposed to come at 2. She came at 5:30.
5:30?
Yeah.
What?
And then was mad at me for going, why are you here so late? What do you mean, why am I here so late, bitch?
I mean, that's like Mariah Carey timing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the details of that one. That sounds extreme.
The Mariah Carey of the Palm Beaches over here.
Was I drinking pregame?
Were you drinking?
Okay, well then, Kevin,
Not your
all
fault.
bets are off.
Honey, I'd be shocked if that's all you did.
I'm talking about if I'm sober and I'm showing up late. If I'm drunk and I'm showing up late, I can't guarantee you anything.
Yeah, you had a lot going on inside you.
And you should probably wear a cup.
So somebody says run a little late. 51% of people say they expect that to mean 5 to 10 minutes. So that is a slight majority.
Yeah.
23% said 10 to 30 minutes for being a little late. That's pretty generous. 3% said running a few minutes behind means they'll be more than a half hour late. What? That's only 3% though. But they found that young people between the ages of 18 and 25 are the most likely to say it means more than 30 minutes late. So
boy.
If you're talking about my daughter and her friends and they tell you they're running a little late, expect to see them maybe within the hour if you're lucky.
That's why with people I know who struggle with time, I started lying to them and telling them the time to meet is let's say I want them to be there at noon.
Yeah.
I tell them to meet at 11:15, so they get there right at noon.
So with Virginia, if you want her at noon, you tell her to be there at 9 a.m.?
I tell her to get there on Saturday to get there for Sunday.
I show up on Saturday. Where is everybody?
What's going on around here? All right, Burr, will you wrap it up with your thought for the day?
You got it. 1,000 words will never leave so deep an impression as one deed.
Oh, yeah.
Do, don't say.
Yeah.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.